This is our guided reading folder, and it travels from school to home and back every single day. On the inside is a note explaining to the parents what guided reading looks like in first grade and what we hope that it could look like at home. We go over this information all at curriculum night. And the next thing you see is this clear pocket with a little piece of Velcro up top to hold their books and make sure that they don't fall out. After that, you'll see these, I call them Pokemon card sleeves, with different goals. At the beginning of the year, this child's goal was to answer questions about what he read. After that, every time we met, we kind of assessed our goal and where we were and added goals as needed. The goals are different depending on each child and their different needs, and we talk about how just because you're in the same guided reading group doesn't mean you're going to have the same goal. You might sometimes, but not always. For example, this child's goal right now is to find out the meaning of words he doesn't know. We also talk about how just because this is your current goal does not mean that you're still not going to practice doing these things and working on these goals. The next thing you'll see in here is the sight word tracker list. This child has mastered all 100 words, as you can tell by the stickers at the bottom. They love earning these stickers. It really makes it fun, and it's a great visual for them. We talk about how sight words are very important because they make us better readers. The following thing in here is different reading strategies. I like to teach them at the beginning of the year as well as review as needed, whether it be small group, one-on-one, and I like to refer to them every single time when I'm working with the kiddos, just so that they learn to refer to them themselves. And the last thing in here is these questions, asking the right questions, and it really helps the parents to see what are some questions you can ask before, during, and after you read with your child. We've gotten great feedback about these questions.
I like book club because Mrs. Strada gives me new strategy to read words that I don't know yet. And it happened before with hotel, and I mapped it out, and I knew it. I like a book club because we gotta read it together, and it learns you more about strategies and about more words that you get smarter.
I like book club books because I get to read books with Mrs. Strada, and I also like it because she always helps me when I don't get the word right, and sometimes I have to believe in myself, and we talked about this word, and it's called trusting yourself. It's like when you trust yourself and you can say, I can do this.
These are some of the tools that we use during guided reading time. The red whisper phones are wonderful to use in the classroom, especially when it might be a little bit noisy, so the kiddos can really hear themselves read, and I can lean in to really listen to them. The crown is my quiet queen crown, and when I wear it, the kiddos know not to come interrupt me because I'm working with other learners. The pointer fingers are great, especially for the kiddos to track their reading and not lose place. So today we are going to practice retelling a story. Now that's been one of our goals for a while now, so we are going to use this 5-finger retell to work on retelling a story. So can you guys hold up a 5? I call it my high five. The first thing that we want to look for when we're reading today is the setting. What does the setting mean?
Picture.
A place.
A place. So the place where it takes place. Where does the story take place? What is the setting? The next thing you want to look for are what?
Character.
What does character mean?
A person. The person that's in the book.
The people who are in the book, right? And sometimes it's not people, sometimes it can be animals, right? The next thing we want to look for is the problem. What is a problem?
Something that like you're getting wrong. Like if you had like your suitcase and you had too much clothes, so you take something out and then it would work.
And that would be the problem, right? What and the events, now for the events I want you to pay very close attention because the events include the beginning, the middle, and the end. The 3 parts, beginning, middle, and end. And the last thing is a solution. Look at this light bulb. What do you think solution means? I will tell you that solution and problem they're kind of buddies. So what do you think
I
solution
learned
means?
what that means in Ice Station.
On Ice Station, you
Yeah.
did? So what does solution mean?
Problem is like when you have like a problem and then solution is to fix the problem.
Fix the problem?
And then it works.
Fix the problem. So the solution tells you how you fix the problem. So those are the 5 things that we're looking for today while we were reading, okay? Can you hear yourself? Yeah.
What again? We said to Mom, will you take us to school? We won't. We don't want to go with Dad.
What strategy can we use?
Stretch it out. Stretchy snake. Chunky monkey.
You want to use Chucky Monkey? We could use Stretchy Snake for sure, though. Okay, I want everyone to point to it, and I only want to hear Carter's voice, though. Okay, so we're gonna chunk it, right? So we know that E-M make what sound? M. B-A-R. Bear. Assess. Embarrass.
Oh, he embarrasses us.
Good job.
Then
Wait, what does that mean? Embarrasses.
It's like make like when someone's laughing at like your dad, they might laugh at you too.
Okay. Okay, guys. Today we're gonna read a book. It's called Pizza for Dinner. Do you guys like pizza?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had pizza for dinner? Yeah. What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Sausage and pepperoni. I like the bacon deluxe.
Bacon deluxe? I've never had that before.
That's really good.
I love pizza, so this is one of my favorite books to read. So I'm really excited to get to read it with you.
Let's put some onions on our pizza, said Dad. I watched Dad put onions on his pizza. Then I copied what he did.
Okay, I'm going to pause on this page. And I spy with my little eye a contraction. Can you point to it? Can you point to it? A contraction word. Who wants to remind me, what's a contraction? We just learned about contractions. What are they? Do you remember?
Words mixed together.
When you take 2 words and you put them together.
I see contraction.
And what do you add? When you take out letters, you add a
S.
No, you add an
Apostrophe.
apostrophe. Do you remember that? So do you see a contraction on here?
Let's.
I know, kind of looks like an S, right? Let's. Do you see it up? Point to it when you find it. Point to it when you find let's.
And on
on one.
the other page, the first page, it had I'm.
Ooh, good job, Sydney. She's using her eagle eye for sure. So what 2 words make up let's? What 2 words? So let's is a contraction. What 2 words?
It's let. It's a let.
Let is. So let is put some onions. Does that make sense? Let is. What 2 words? Let us. Let's see if that makes sense. Let us put some onions on our pizza. Does that make sense? So what 2 words make up let's? Let us. Let.
And then you take away the 2 other letters and then.
Awesome. Good job, girls. Did you like that book?
Yeah.
This
I
is
love
my
that
favorite.
book. It's a good one, isn't it? Okay, so now we're going to play a game.
Yay!
We are going to play Roll and Retell.
I love that game. And
I do too.
We can't look at the book because that's kind of cheap.
You're right. Remember, we're working on remembering about what we read, right? So we're gonna play roll and retell, and here's the dice. So we're gonna start backwards from Kylie. So Kylie, would you like to roll first? Go ahead and roll first.
I'm lucky I'm in the middle. I always get to go second.
Yeah. Right.
But what happens at the beginning, middle, and end of the story?
Okay, so Kylie, tell us what happened at the beginning, middle, and end. Let's start with the beginning. How about that?
Oh wait. So at the beginning, she asked if she could make a pizza with her dad.
Okay. What about the middle?
And then she was making pizza. And at the end, she ate
Oh, good job. Do you agree with her? Thumbs up if you agree with her? Okay. Why do you guys like book club?
because we get to use fun tools like this finger and these, where you get to whisper, and the telephone, and you get to hear yourself read.
I like using Google Drive to keep track of my guided reading groups for many different reasons. One of the main reasons that I really enjoy using it is because of the easy access it gives me to all of my observations, notes, documentation, both at school and also from home. So if I'm planning a lesson for the following week, I can quickly go in and see all of my notes that I've made from the previous week. And kind of make a decision based on that, whether a child needs to stay on a certain level or maybe move up or maybe move down, or if I need to pull a child and work with them one-on-one on a certain reading strategy. I can also tell that just by looking at this. It helps me plan ahead for the upcoming week. On here I have everything listed very clearly, including dates, that I met with the children, what we worked on, our goal, when we changed out a book, what level, as well as I mentioned earlier, observations. So whether they had trouble recalling main characters, whether they did really great at decoding words, just observations that I noticed, things that I noticed throughout. I do change my groups pretty regularly depending on the kiddos' needs.